Hey, welcome back. My name is Kevin Rhodes, if we haven't met already. Hey, this is where I help leaders innovate by design. Have you ever wondered what the difference is between the software or the products that we really like to use is, and then those that we just, it's just so frustrating and it's hard to use? I've got a real life story that I think is a great example of how and why these kinds of products, these ones that are so frustrating, how they become in existence, how they get forced upon us. I'm gonna give you one simple tip that you can use in order to avoid much of that pain and frustration that many users feel because of the software or the products that we create. Real life story. This is a real exchange between two individuals that I think is a great example of how really crummy software gets made. So the customer in this case goes to the product manager with a series of concerns about the software. The concerns are, hey, I can't find things quick enough. I can't take action on these things quick enough. Hey, I've got a team of people with me that are all trying to help our customers service or solve a problem. And we've got about 2 minutes with each of our customers before we completely lose them, before they're off on to doing other things. And 2 minutes is not long enough to get the job done. I can't find stuff quick enough and I can't actually do the thing I need to do for my customer in order to satisfy them so they can continue on doing what they need to do. Real life exchange. We've all been there, right? This is a frustrating experience. We're using software. We have a job to do and the software is just in the way. It's frustrating. We've all been there. Well, as I was overhearing this conversation, what struck me was the product manager's response to this customer's complaint. The product manager's response was, well, I guess maybe your team isn't trained very well. Wait, what did you just say? You said our team is not trained very well? But this particular customer of this product that this product manager was responsible for was also the team lead, was also the one responsible for training her team in order to use this software to help her customers. She replied a lot more gracefully than I would have, because it seems to me like a pretty direct insult if you said, well, your team's just not trained well enough in order to use the software. Her reply back was, I'm there, I'm using the software. Nobody is trained on it better than me and I can't do the job. I can't get it done in the time constraints that are in front of me. That's a very real problem. And that product manager's response is indicative of why so many software products are just so cumbersome to use. Here's the deal. If you're blaming the user for not being able to use the product, this is a usability problem, not a user problem. Sure, there's always a training aspect. You have to be able to actually know how to use software. I get that. But if the real world constraints are such where I can't do, as the user, I can't do what the software is promising me to do, then this is a usability problem. So here's your pro tip. You want to step around all of this. You want to just if you want to get back to good customer relationships, you want to get back to software that people actually want to use. Here's the thing. You got to pick your stuff up, get out of the office, leave your engineering team behind, or better yet, bring them with you, bring your design team with you, and you actually have to go watch customers use your product. In the real world setting. Don't bring them into a lab and watch them click things. Actually go watch them use the product because, so here's the thing. As a user, I have constraints on me all over the place, not just your click path. I got things like time. I got things like pulling away from my attention. I've got constraints on how capable I am mobility-wise with a device. There are all sorts of constraints that your click path does not account for. So that's your pro tip. Take your team and go actually watch a real user use the software and take a bit of humble pie, get a fork, eat it. Because here's the thing, you're gonna see things that these users do with your software that you never thought they would do. You're gonna deem it as using the product wrong. Here's the deal. You don't get to control how a user uses your stuff. Your job is just to simply make it easy for them to use your stuff. So it's going to mean refactoring some things. It's going to mean questioning your assumptions. It's going to mean questioning your product decisions, because people use software in very different ways than we ever imagined that they will. So there you are. Stop blaming users for usability problems. Get out of the office and actually go visit with real customers, observe them in real context. And I think your products are going to get better. In fact, I know they will. I've seen this. I've been a part of this. We've all been a part of this. We are all benefiting from software that is directly informed by behavior. Hey, if you find this content helpful, share it with a friend. Hey, if you got a product manager that is stuck in the office, give them a little bit of a nudge. Maybe send this video along. That might help do that. Hey, if you haven't already, hit subscribe. And if you're into it, smash the like. I'd appreciate it. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon.